Gurma liked the night shift. Working at the gas station on the outskirts of town was quiet, almost too quiet. He was an Ethiopian black man in his mid-20s, with short, tightly coiled black hair. His green shirt was slightly wrinkled from hours of wear, and his denim pants were faded at the knees. He leaned against the counter, flipping through a magazine, waiting for his shift to drag on. At 2:13 a.m., the bell above the door chimed. Gurma looked up, expecting a trucker or a late-night traveler. Instead, a girl limped in. She was petite, barely 5 feet tall, with ginger, mid-length hair tangled in a chaotic mess. Her maroon dress, once elegant, was now torn in multiple places, the fabric clinging to her frail frame. Her bare feet were caked in dirt, the soles smeared with blood from deep gashes that trailed up her ankles. Bruises bloomed across her pale arms, dark and fresh. She didn't speak. She didn't even look at him. "Miss, are you okay?" Gurma asked, standing. She ignored him. Her wild, glassy eyes darted around the store as if searching for something or someone. Then, without a word, she made her way toward the back aisle, leaving a faint trail of bloody footprints behind her. Gurma hesitated, his hand hovering over the phone. Something about her felt wrong. "Miss, should I call someone? The police?" he asked again, louder. Still no response. She stopped at the refrigerated drinks and stared at the glass door. She wasn't looking at the drinks, she was looking at her reflection. Her shoulders trembled, and a soft, gut-wrenching sob escaped her lips. Chills ran down Gurma's spine. He grabbed his phone and dialed. The line buzzed once, then cut to static. Confused, Gurma glanced at the phone. Its screen flickered. So did the overhead lights. "Miss?" She turned suddenly, her movements stiff and unnatural. Her eyes, wide and haunted, locked onto Gurma's. Her lips moved, whispering something he could barely hear. "Don't let him in." "What?" Gurma asked, his heart pounding. "Who?" The bell above the door chimed again. Gurma froze, dread pooling in his stomach. A tall figure stood in the doorway. The dim lights from the gas pumps behind him obscured his features, but his presence was suffocating. The air grew heavy, the temperature plummeting. The girl let out a choked sob, backing away toward the cooler. "He found me," she whimpered, sliding to the floor. The figure stepped inside, and Gurma's breath caught in his throat. Its face wasn't human, not fully. Its eyes burned like embers, its jaw stretched unnaturally wide, and its limbs moved with a jerking, insect-like grace. "What the hell?" Gurma whispered, backing up. The creature ignored him, its gaze fixed on the girl. With every step closer, the lights flickered harder. The girl's sobs turned into panicked cries. "Stop, please," she begged, pressing herself against the glass door of the cooler. The creature crouched in front of her, its head tilting like it was studying prey. Its voice rasped, low and grating. "You can't run forever." "No!" she screamed. Gurma snapped out of his paralysis. Without thinking, he grabbed the bat from under the counter. "Leave her alone," he yelled, running toward the creature. It turned to him, its twisted grin widening. "Brave," it hissed, its voice echoing unnaturally. Gurma swung the bat with all his strength, but the weapon passed through the creature like smoke. Stumbling, Gurma fell backward, the bat clattering to the ground. The creature loomed over him now, its fiery eyes burning into his. "You shouldn't have interfered," it growled, raising a clawed hand. "Stop!" the girl screamed. The creature froze, twisting unnaturally to face her. She was on her feet now, holding a shard of broken glass from the cooler. With a desperate cry, she lunged forward, driving the jagged edge into the creature's back. It let out a deafening roar that shattered the overhead lights, plunging the store into total darkness. For a moment, there was only silence. Then the emergency lights flickered on, casting a pale, eerie glow. The girl and the creature were gone. Gurma sat on the cold linoleum floor, heart racing. His eyes darted around the store. The only evidence they'd ever been there was the broken glass on the floor and the trail of bloody footprints leading out the door. Gurma quit his job the next morning.